Three, two, one, and we're off. Welcome back to another Go game replay. And what are we going to get into today? Well, this game's a roller coaster. There's some ups, there's some downs, and I think there's a huge mistake. So this game's from about a year ago, something like that. And we're just going to replay it. I haven't gone back through it to see what happens, so we're going to take a look and see if we can spot some mistakes. I think there's a couple. So I'm 10k up against 8k, and I'm playing as black, so I had the first move, and we took the upper right-hand corner. Let's get into it. All right, so we each take a corner. I like this sort of diagonal setup to begin with. I'm a big fan of that. Get into it right off the bat. Sure, interesting. White plays. That's an aggressive play by white. I do get the split. Nice. Looks like I'll get a kill up there. So this is actually a nice little start because it looks like I'm probably going to get a pretty decent chunk of that upper right-hand corner, right? And then I like that. You know what? White's got a nice strong line here, and we don't want him to take the spot basically that I just took and give him that whole right side. So we're going to jump in there, looks like. Force a little reply there by white. Ooh, that's a big jump on my part. I don't know if that's going to work because what I'm trying to do, it looks like, is form a line here, Maybe white will respond ideally by playing probably at R3 there, and then I can place something in the middle there to capture a nice big space. But that's a huge gap, so I wouldn't be surprised if white jumps in. Worked out just like we hoped. White did respond down there to seal off the corner for his own territory, and that gave me the chance to jump right in the middle. And we're off to a nice, strong start, actually. We're 23 moves in. This isn't fully settled up here, but it looks like I said, I should be able to take this, more or less. And we got a nice little base started up here. I should say down here on the right. We have more territory captured so far than white does. White's looking okay in the corner down here, but we are certainly ahead at this point. Sure, we seal that up nice and tight. There's some cutting points to exploit there too, sure. Some small moves there. I don't love what I did there with just creeping around this corner with this black line to, I guess, to threaten to cut in here, but that's not doing much. I think, like I said, this wasn't fully settled up here, and now I'm going to have to respond, it looks like, at R17. Sure enough. So we lost a couple points there, but at least that's settled now. That we do have this corner, right? Corner and most of the upper half, so looking good. And sure enough, we can kind of switch gears now and focus down towards the bottom of the board. Again, this is a big jump, and it looks like I'm going for that force in move. I want white to respond either here or here, something like that. Maybe up here. But we want to, it looks like I'm trying to pin white into this corner, and that'll give me another play then to back off into one of these spots and seal up that bottom. Just like I did over here. We're going to try that again. And so that's a good maneuver, right? If you know what your opponent has a tendency to do, and we've seen that he plays a little more conservative in those situations, I wouldn't be surprised if he does play down here somewhere, and it gives me a chance to jump left. Let's see what he does. Up top, we slide in. Bingo, that worked out perfectly. We saw what he did here. We sort of pushed that move with that big jump, and he played conservatively, right, to take the corner. And we did the same thing down here. We pushed from the left, and he just wanted to take the corner. So that just gave us the opportunity to jump in the middle. And with 4 stones now, that's pretty solid. Like, that can be threatened, certainly. It's not the strongest in the world, but that's a great start for 4 stones. Like, I feel like we're way ahead, actually. If we check the score, we're almost 50 moves in. Computer thinks we're up by 13 points. That's legit. It's against a stronger opponent. Great start. There we go. But then white says, no, thank you. There's still enough space for me to jump in there, and he does that. Sure. So we're going to force him a little bit, put him on the run. At this point, I'm not concerned. I might lose a few points, but I'm not concerned for my own territories. This corner here is a little loose. This definitely needs, another stone over here somewhere just to really solidify that and give it a bit of a stronger shape, because white could jump in here, or something. And this group down here, again, not worried about that one. That looks pretty solid. And white is going to have to be on the run. That's going to be I think, the focus of my next couple plays here. All right, a couple forcing moves there by white. I don't love how I played that. He put me into a few Ataris and just gave himself a chance to squeak out. And now he can go anywhere, right? He's got a bunch of liberties out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus he's got another 3 down here. Chances of me killing this off, I think, are slim, at least in the near term. But he can run off, this way or whatever. But I'm gonna have to address this side here. That's way too open for white to jump in and attack there. So that's a little better for sure. All right, so that's sealed up now. Didn't gain as much as I hoped there, and now white's probably gonna take a big move right here on the left. Maybe not. There we go. He left it for me, so he had a lot of cutting points there, and fair enough. Because he got a cutting point here, he's got one, or he had one here. And if I were to split those, like if actually that would have been a nice play. If I had played there, or had the chance to play there, he could have put me into a ladder, but it looks like I would have run into my own blackstones up here, right? If you kind of zigzag your way up there. I won't trace it exactly, but anyway, so he protected that, which I think is probably smart because this group has no eyes in terms of white, and it is a little bit threatened. So, but all that said, he gave me the chance there to just throw into the middle because this is a wide open space. So we take it. White protects. Gives me a chance to extend up. White's gonna protect this corner, as you do, sure. At this point, so the big moves are taken, the board's pretty settled. There's still a long way to go here, but you can sort of see how the big battles for territory are now over, except obviously the middle of the board is wide open. This group of mine, not in great shape. There's still an opportunity potentially to jump in here at the 3-3 and undercut and maybe live in that corner, but we'll see. But this group of 4 of mine, I can get an eye or maybe 2 down here, but there's a chance I'm going to have to run out. So to the center, we'll see. I like that play. That's a nice response because I have a nice strong wall right here. And I'd love to get another one right there, right? And then all of a sudden you capture everything in the middle and it's just allowing me to move into the center of the board. Play some sort of counter attack there. There we go. So now we're going to try and get an eye down here. Perfect. So we got one eye for this group, which was in not the greatest shape and still not settled. If I can play out here, maybe I can get the second eye. Because otherwise now with those couple moves of white out here, you can see this black group is starting to get closed in, right? So this is potentially in trouble up here. I need an eye for sure. Ooh, and that's a nice attacking move by white. What am I going to do? I'm going to put him in. Sure. Yeah, I guess I had to take that kill. Yep. And now white's going to, yep. Where's my, yeah, so this is in trouble. Not looking great here. He is better than me, for sure. He played a couple forcing moves to take away my second eye. So I'm guaranteed to have one eye down here, but that's it. So unless I get a kill or something, but there we go. That was great. So look at that. So we're safe. We got this stone. This is dead. So we got an eye in here, eye in here. This is totally safe now. We didn't gain a lot from it, and we did really lose our access here into the middle. Yeah, we got a cat. Hey, kitty. Hello. I'm in a video. The weak thing here that I don't like is we have... So white has captured this corner. That's a given. But what he's really done that's strengthened his situation here is he's got this group down here that was on the run, but it's going to be connected up right to this sort of larger group. And all of a sudden, if you really trace that, that's all one group now. And that's a shame. Especially like if he can bridge this gap out here with a play here or play here, then all of a sudden he's really got some space in the middle, and then he's still kind of weaseling his way in here to the bottom. So it's this that I don't like. He's made a nice strong line there. That's a super strong set of stones and a nice looking setup. So, and it really gives him a lot of power to exert into the center. So not looking as good as we were earlier. Sip of water. There we go. And so, sure, I don't mind that throwing in, but it's not going to stop white from going there. And all of a sudden, you've gone from, I should redraw that. This is white's outline right now, kind of, right? I mean, at least in the middle. With one play, he's going to move that outline of his territory to here, right? So I'm giving up a lot of territory with one play. Like I could have probably pushed in further, maybe to here. It's a little more aggressive, and then I have to run out, probably back this way or this way. But I have the opportunity to do that. I have a black group up here. I have a black group down here. I can connect up. So I don't love how I played that. White doesn't take advantage of what we just talked about. That's an interesting play. It's fair. I don't mind that. Sure. Okay, and now it's a matter of trying to win the center of the board, and this is fine because white didn't respond here, and this is giving me the chance to really force here. White's got to connect, right? Because otherwise this whole group is dead. So he's going to have to play here next, and that gives me one more play, like back here maybe, to kind of fall back a little bit towards the center stone, and all of a sudden I'm developing shape in the middle of the board. Sure enough, he responds. Look at that, we attack again. Actually, I don't mind that either. Another forcing move. Ooh, okay, so it looks like white said, I have enough liberties for this group down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Technically 6 with this one. Go ahead, cut me off. He's daring me to go in here and cut him off, because then I'm still down to 1, 2, 3 liberties. He can kill me off, no problem. That's a nice, I think that's called a net, because I'm not captured yet, but I can't get out. I can play here, here, and here, but he can seal me in with every single play by playing one line outside. So that didn't work out at all. That was a mistake. Mistake number 1. That's a big one. Yeah, that second forcing move was a bit much. Yeah, and here we go. So he's just going to seal me in. I can Atari him here maybe once or twice. Sure, it's not really going to matter. I don't think. It is giving me the opportunity to still build a bit of a base, a bit of a shape out here in the middle to start. It's not looking great, but at least I have something to start with, but I'm going to lose these 4. Those guys are toast. Okay, forcing move, sure. He's got a split. Don't love how this is playing out in the middle of the board. We've lost our advantage. That was a nice little. That's a nice little jump there by white. To cut off. I got this group of 3 and this one here, and it'd be nice to connect them up to this right-hand side, right? But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't. Hopefully, you can't hear that. The cat's going insane in the background. Oh, maybe we'll get a kill here. Yeah. Okay, so that actually worked out. We did get a couple forcing plays. Got a kill. Sure. This is quite the battle here in the middle. Yeah, he's got to link up. My shape is totally ruined here in the middle. Like this, I should redraw that. This group of 5 and 3 is going to attach one way or another, but I have no eyes. I have no shape. I think best case scenario is connecting up here to my top group. Threaten to cut off his 3, sure. Put a little pressure on his 3. Yep, I like that. Okay, all of a sudden we have a tiny bit of shape here. But like I said, I don't have any eyes in the middle. Like we're assuming this group of 4 is dead. That's toast. So my sort of group then is this little batch here. Looks like I'm maybe gonna get 1 eye in here. He can still kind of fight that though. And I was saying the best opportunity, best case scenario would be connecting up here to my big group. And he basically said no thank you. By playing in there at K13, he started to build a little wall, and it doesn't really matter what he does. He's not in danger. He can connect up to his bigger group here on the left, or he's got a group on the right. So he can go right or left, and it's not going to matter. He's going to make a nice little wall to probably cut me off. There we go. There's the cut. We can play a little game of forcing the situation here. Okay, so I think we're going to get... nope. Probably not even going to get 1. Maybe I can connect up to the left. Oh, wow. Okay, that actually... I didn't see that coming. So this group in here that had maybe 1 eye, but we got sealed off from the top. We couldn't connect up there. We forced our way left. That was actually a nice little sequence. I kind of like how that worked out, actually. That was splendid. This little group over here that barely survived all of a sudden became the safety blanket for this middle group. And because now, I mean, white can't play in here, right? I'll just kill him off with the next play. So it's giving me just that little bit of a chance. So right now this is probably an evenish game. We lost a few points in the middle, but we got off to a strong start. So this is probably pretty close. Maybe I'll check the score now. Some of those fights have been settled. Estimated score, white by 3. So this is a very close game. We are 177 moves in, and it is close. So let's find out what's next. At this point, right, so we know it's a close game. We're fighting for scraps. If we can get 4 or 5 points with a move or two, like that's a win. So at this point, we're looking for plays where we can, you know, I can squeeze out some space out here. I can squeeze out some space down here, kind of over here, maybe up here, over this way. So that's what we're looking for. You can play like one move, one stone, maybe get 4 points, 3 points. There we go. So we gained a couple down there. We're doing the same thing on this side. White got aggressive down here. Interesting. Oh, what happened down here? I'm going to replay that. That seemed like it was maybe... That's a super aggressive play by white. Could I have taken the kill there? I guess I put him into Atari. I could have Atari'd either one of those. He goes up. Connect. Sure, because I couldn't... He went here. Interesting. I don't know. Interesting. He Atari's me. I Atari him. Takes that one. Sure. He can't play in here because I'll kill him off. I can probably get some eyes in here still. I think this is still alive, but this is a little precarious down here. Because I think I can... I'll be able to connect up here. He can probably kill this off, to be honest. If he plays this right, I don't think I'm in great shape down here. This became a bit of a situation, and we'll see how that unfolds. White with a nice play. I like that. He's threatening to kind of loop up in here. I'm going to have to seal him off. Probably respond to that. Okay, we'll seal him off entirely. All right, so I lost a stone up there. That didn't work out. Threatening to cut off this little group. There's a lot of little battles in here, right? Like we almost... Sometimes they miss them, right? Like if he hadn't have linked up this group with this stone here, I could have killed that off. We're just trying to cut where we can. That was a safe play up there. I like that. Into Atari, sure. Steals a few points up there. I threaten to cut. Oh, interesting. So this is a battle up here now. This is pretty aggressive. I threaten to cut. Back up 1. He's got to respond, right? He's got to link up these two with his larger group. Otherwise, I'll kill them off. So he links up. And now can I live up here? I have a second move, probably like D18 or maybe E18 or D17. Sure. Okay, sure enough, I abandoned it. I'm like, I don't think this is going to work out. And is what it is. Okay, so we'll fight over some points here on the right. Kind of leave that alone. Scrap that. White trying to live down here. I don't know how that's going to work out. I'm going to kill that group off. Yep. He abandons it. Cut him off there. Sure. What is this guy doing? Ooh, he stole some points down there for sure. He did all right in the bottom right-hand corner. More power to you. Trying to live down here again, but this isn't going to work, right? Bit of a co-battle going on down there now, too. Interesting. I'm down to 1 liberty. Whew, good thing I saw that. This whole right-hand side is going to be fine, though. I don't know why he was attacking that. Sure, he links up. Safety move there. Kind of sealing things up down there. Sure, put him Atari, links up, whatever. Atari up there now. This is all over the board, so we're getting close. We're 268 moves in. And what do we got here? He links up down at the bottom, sure. Threaten to kill some stuff off, whatever. I think it's this right-hand side. This might be trouble. Yeah, because I can't... What's he going to do? He's going to take me... Yeah, I can't get 2 eyes out of this group. Down here, this is not looking good. I think that's dead. Kind of last-minute desperation to get a kill somewhere if I can. I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, and kill that group off. Sure. I don't know why he kept... Why is he still going after this? Oh, this group doesn't have 2 eyes. That's why. This isn't an eye, right? He's going to kill this stone off. All right, so then if we play it forward... Oops. I kill him. He jumps in. How do I get 2 eyes down there now? I think I resigned at this point. Oh, I had that whole bottom of the board and I ended up blowing it. White by 51. Ho, ho, ho. Rushed. Oh, but I killed this group of white? I didn't even notice that. This group's dead? Oh, what? But then he killed all my stones down here. When did I kill this group? I don't even notice that. Let's back this train up a little bit here. When did we seal off that group? Okay, so it's right around here. Man, I might have been way ahead here for a bit. So we put him into Atari. He can take my stone. He extends. Sure, so he's got 1 eye, right? Right now, this is looking kind of totally fine for white. This is one big group. He's got at least 1 eye in there, but he is a little bit... I mean, you can assume that this kind of group here is attached to this sort of group, right? That's not a big jump, which is then attached to this group. So it's like in a roundabout way, he's kind of rounding that corner. He's got at least 1 eye. You think that's fine, right? Okay, so then... See, there's the cat going crazy in the background. Hey, don't eat that plant. All right, so we cut him there. That's a nice one. He takes the kill. Fair enough, because we put him into a... Actually, that was a really nice play. I kind of glossed over this. So with this play here at N13, we put these 4 into Atari. Because I was thinking, oh, white just goes here and puts me into Atari. But no, he can't, because these 4 are in Atari. So he has to take my stone by playing there. Which he does, and that gives me the chance to fall back and connect. That's beautiful, actually, because now we got this group, which is, it's not in that much trouble. Like you can easily see how it connects up here, right? What's he do? There we go. So he's got a tiger's mouth there, and he's got 1 eye. You think this is pretty legit? I guess I could play here to threaten to cut. I don't know if that. Yeah, there we go. So we threaten to cut. Yep. He links up. So now this still looks safe, right? We got this kind of strong wall here. And then we got at least 1 eye up here, which is connected, blah, blah, blah. And then if he just plays like 1 or 2 moves in here, he's got definitely an eye in there. He's totally safe. So what do we do? Look at that. There's a nice little cut. Sure. That's a mistake on his part. He puts me in Atari and I link up, but then there's still 1 cutting point, which he ignores and then I ignore. So this is the crucial point right now. This Q11, whoever takes that, controls the fate of this group. It's not, I think, you know, he connected up so many times and just like dealt with the attack so many times. I think he just assumed it was safe. And it looks like I did too. I didn't even, you know, maybe this is a necessary play right now to keep my corner so it doesn't kill that off. But this is critical right now, this Q11, which he ignores, sure. So when does that Q11 come into play? Because eventually I cut him off, right? We're going way ahead now. There we go. That was like 10 moves down the line, more than that. So there we go. I didn't even notice that the first time we went through this. This group is now dead. That's a huge kill. Let's check the score now, right? Black by 8 points. We're at move 239. I was up by like 13 to start this game. Then I was down by 3, like 100 and something moves in. Now we're 240 moves in, and I'm up by, what did I say? 8. Is that cat eating the plant again? Hey, come eat that plant. Get out of here. Bad kitty. Back to the board. So I'm up by 6 or 7 points, but I didn't resolve this group down here, and this group's dead. Actually, I shouldn't say that. He's going to connect, but it's not resolved here. This group's dead, and this group I thought was fine, but it doesn't have his eyes and ends up getting killed. So then we'll fast forward to the end. 298 moves, long game. Oh, so he kills this group off, and what was a huge comeback, like strong start, then we kind of fell behind with some attacks, and then we got a huge kill in the middle. This was a massive kill against a stronger opponent. That was massive. And we blew it. Wow, what a swing. And we ended up losing by 51 points. Ooh, yikes. Rough finish. But it wasn't settled down here. That's the issue. Nice trap setting and cutting up there and recognizing the vulnerabilities, but blew that game at the bottom. Anyway, I should probably wrap it up here. It's been a long one, 26 minutes. Fun one. Thanks for watching along. Hope you learned something. What's the lesson today? You can have a lot of swings, man. This was a roller coaster of a game. We were up, we were down, we were up, and we ended up way down. So rough one, but a fun one. What can you say? You're up against a stronger opponent. You take your swings, you take your hits. You get your wins, you get your losses. So anyway, that'll do it for today. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. Let's go.